Hey everybody, it's Peter Kima. It's 8:30. You are looking live at my kitchen. I am sitting at the kitchen table today for no other reason than to kind of mix up the backgrounds for you. I had somebody tell me yesterday that we see you in your office an awful lot. Well, there's a reason for that. There's an awful lot to do right now. But today, coming to you, as Brent Musburger likes to say, coming to you live today from my kitchen table. So it's good to see everybody. Yes, I am in long sleeves. Of course, I'm in shorts, but it is cold out. We had a frost advisory in North Carolina last night, and I'll be honest with you, it's refreshingly cool. The coffee, which by the way, tastes better on a day like today. And yeah, so I'm excited to be here with you guys today. Got some fun things to talk about, some serious things to talk about. Got some really good market statistics to share with you today about affordable homes. Just all sorts of fun stuff. So let's get after it. Let's get started right away. First question, and I'm going to remind you of this a couple times during this. I'm looking for new books, right? I'm looking for two different categories, self-help for sure, and then something more lighthearted. Lately, I've been reading a lot of James Patterson books, right? Really, really easy reading, something kind of fun. And I've got a pile of those to go through, but tell me what else you have out there. What else is it that you're reading? Hey, Andrew, what's up, buddy? Go Cuse. Tell me what it is you're reading that you have found to be something you just can't put down, whether it be just something fun and light and airy or something that's a little more, self-help directed. I got a recommendation yesterday that looks pretty good. It's called The 12-Week Year, something like that. Essentially, and I don't know the whole contents here, but it looks like we're going to break the year up into quarters, maybe. Anyhow, I look forward to taking a look at that. I am going to cover up this haircut. Yes, those of you that tuned in last week and made fun of me, we are going to cover that up. And yeah, I do not get paid by Nike to wear this hat, but I just like the way it fits and feels. So anyhow, so tell me, what is it you're reading? Share with me either here in the notes. Actually, the notes would be, which way am I doing this? Right there in the notes. Share with me what it is you've been reading that you think is good, and I'll remind you of that again here in just a little bit. We're selling houses, guys. We are selling houses. Just posted this morning on our Kima Real Estate Group page that, and if you're not following that, go ahead and take a look at that. There's some fun and good information in there. But we just sold a house in just less than 6 hours. Actually, it might have been 8 hours. I can't remember now, but it was same day nonetheless. And we've got that one closed in less than a month. So super exciting times right now because the market is still moving, right? Now, again, the showings are down by 70%, which leaves us with 30% buyers. We're very fortunate to live where we live here in North Carolina because people are still having to come and go. We still have commerce. And listen, are we hurting yet? We're certainly hurting. Are we hurting like other parts of the country? Probably not. And so while businesses are certainly struggling, and for you restaurant owners and small business owners here in our community, I raise my cup to you, and you know you've got my support. But from a real estate perspective, we're still getting phone calls, guys. The people that have to buy or have to sell are still out there. So there's still a market for all of us. Mike Ruzioni. Okay, I appreciate that, buddy. I'll definitely take a look at that. Looks like something up my alley, Mike Ruzioni. Thank you, buddy. All right, so one of the things we haven't talked about in a couple of years probably since we started Coffee Talk, maybe we've talked about it once or twice since then, is what are you drinking in the morning, right? So we all come together to drink a little coffee in the morning, and for those of you that don't have one, if you want a Kima cup, you know you can contact us. We will mail you a Kima cup. We'll get you one. We ask that you come on Facebook on occasion and just hashtag a copy of it, but let us know if you need one. But you know me, I'm from Massachusetts. I grew up in New England. And Kima runs on Dunkin'. We're a Dunkin' family. I shouldn't say we're a Dunkin' family anymore. My wife's gotten a little highfalutin when it comes to coffee. But man, I'm still good old-fashioned Dunkin' Donuts every day. It's like the nectar of the gods to me. Chad, what do you got? 5 inches of snow tonight. Dang, you got 5 inches of snow back in New England. Hey, to North Carolina, I raise my cup to you. So tell me, what is it you're drinking? So now I've asked you, what are you reading? What are you drinking? Share with me what your coffee of choice is. And then there's that new thing out there, Dalnaga coffee or something, some sort of a whipped cold coffee. My wife's been mentioning it. I'm seeing it on Facebook, people asking about it. Do you know about this, and is it any good? Is it worth trying? Not that I'm going to try it, because again, just straight old hot black coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, baby. The other question I have for you, for those of you local here in the Wake Forest market, where are you getting your fresh goods, like your produce and your eggs and things of that nature? In particular, your produce. Are you stopping by a couple of farm stands that are now open? Are you just going to the traditional Harris Teeter or Lowe's Foods? Where is it you're going to get your produce? I'm curious, and what kind of luck have you had in finding good quality produce out there? I'd say that's probably the one thing that I'm missing the most is just a really good salad or just good fruit and vegetables that, we're trying to go to the grocery store once every 2.5 to 3 weeks. And, you run out of the fresh goods. And it's those last 5 or 6 days without fresh goods that really cause you to think, man, life is really changing, right? I mean, it's one of the indicators. And for me, it's a huge indicator. So Jennifer braved the stores yesterday, went safely, and has come back. And so we're loaded up again on fruits and vegetables and all those kind of things. So I look forward to a little bit of that today. But I'm curious, where are you getting your fruits and veggies? No matter where you are, whether you're here in Wake Forest or Wake County or you're someplace else around the country, what is it you're doing right now? Hey, good morning, Lisa. How are you, Susan? All right, so there's this thing going on called a pandemic right now. I thought it was interesting, reading all these statistics and how it's impacting things. Where's the safest place to be in a pandemic? What are your thoughts? Where do you think the safest place to be in a pandemic is? I've got a new one that I didn't think of before. Think about this for a second. Where's the one place nobody's going any longer? Airports. Airport traffic in RDU, the Raleigh-Durham International Airport, is down by 96.5%, guys. Think about that for a second. 96.5% down in traffic at the airport. Might be the safest place on earth is to go to your local airport and hang out there. Of course, 6 feet away from everybody. But my goodness, think about that, 96.5%. I don't even think restaurants are down by 96%. They're at least able to do curbside pickup and that kind of thing. But 96.5%, that blew me away. That blew me away. Here's the good news. At RDU and maybe at your local airport, they're out fixing the runways right now. So they're taking advantage of this time. It makes me wonder, and I could be wrong, and I'm not pointing any fingers if you or a family member are employed this way, but is DOT taking the opportunity right now to fix our roads with less traffic on them, especially our major arteries? It seems to me like that'd be a good use of our time right now, and a good way to put people to work is to put them to work outside at a place like I-40 or 85 or any of these places that might need some attention, any of these big roadway projects. Guys, for those of us in Wake Forest that have been promised this Capitol Boulevard Expressway, why not put the Capitol Boulevard Expressway in now? Capitol Boulevard's empty compared to normal, right? I mean, what a great time to go ahead and take care of these DOT projects. Rogers Road, we're going to widen it to 5 lanes and put a bridge in over the railroad tracks. Hello, you cannot impact the restaurants too much more than you're already impacting them now by shutting down the commerce. Why not go ahead and fix the roads right now? I should be governor. For those of you, anybody's interested in being my running mate, I'm announcing it today. I am going to run for governor of North Carolina. Forget town council, forget mayor, forget all that stuff. I'm going straight to the top. If you're interested in being my running mate, let me know. We'll go ahead and get the roads fixed. All right. So in regards to COVID, in regards to the coronavirus, this is something for those of you that don't know, we try to stay away from any negativity on here, right? In general, on our Facebook page or any other place, unless it's about NC State basketball, which is kind of fun to make fun of. Or Athol Red Raider, or anything for that matter, for those of you back home. We try to stay away from negativity, but I got to tell you, the whole thing with the PPP has people up in arms, and I'm one of those people that's up in arms about this, right? I got ahead of the game. As a matter of fact, I was calling friends and telling them about the PPP days before it was even released. I have a great accountant, Mitchell and Nemitz, by the way. If you're not using Mitchell and Nemitz for your accounting and you're in Wake County, you have to call Rob Mitchell and Ryan Nemitz right away. Phenomenal customer service. So we got ahead of the game days in advance. We're banging on our bank's door. I'm not going to mention my bank, but I will just let you know it took us almost 2 weeks to get our application turned in, and it was a mess. We had to fill out the same paperwork 3 different times. It was just absolutely atrocious. I posted on my Facebook page yesterday, I'm looking for a new bank. Not going to mention who the bank was, but I will tell you this. I think we've narrowed it down to 2 new banks, and for those bankers that are out there working all these extra hours, God bless you. I know how hard it has been with all the small business owners banging on your door, knocking on your walls, calling you, texting you, emailing you. You guys are working Good Friday, you're working Easter Sunday. To you, I raised my Kima cup, and I'm grateful for you. In our case, it didn't work out. For those of you that are still out there hanging in there, I believe there'll be a second round of funding coming for the PPP, so hang in there. I believe that will happen. But as of today, we did not get funded. So that's okay. For those of you that run small businesses, if you're getting good advice, you know you should have 3 to 6 months worth of reserves set aside for times like this, right? For the unforeseen circumstances. So that's all I'm going to say about that. As Forrest Gump once said. Oh, thanks, Susan. I love our cow too. Do you see what he says? He says, "Eat more chicken." Jen got pissed, but I threw that up there. I think sometimes around April 1st. I'll tell you what has happened and is really good. My friends in the lending industry, right? They took such a beating. Lenders get beat up so much. But my friends in the lending industry right now are having some of their biggest months ever because of the refis that are happening. Guys, I came on here yesterday and talked about this. The refi opportunities that you're seeing in front of you right now is something that you ought to seriously consider. Yes, you should cancel your $10 random subscriptions to various apps and different things. You should be going through your credit card statement every month right now and trying to pare back and really get control of your budget. But in a much bigger sense, you can really maybe give yourself a raise. If you're paying over 4% right now in interest rates, you really ought to think about talking to a lender. I've got 2 incredible ones here. Scroll back down through my Facebook feed. I did a little live video on that last night. 2 guys are phenomenal. John Raymond and Reed Lester. If you're looking for a refi opportunity anywhere in the country, contact those guys. They're phenomenal. If they can't help you, they'll find somebody that can. But man, if you're over 4% right now, you shouldn't be, and you should take the opportunity right now, especially if you plan on being in your home for any length of time, to go ahead and get a refinance done. So that's my PSA today. Easter Sunday has come and gone, and it was as unique and weird of an Easter Sunday as I can remember. It's one of my favorite holidays. I grew up in such a great place, and I talked about it last week, and we'll take ground balls and fly balls for my dad every Easter Sunday afternoon, getting ready for baseball tryouts at my high school, and all those fun days. And I think highly of that memories of Easter Sunday. I have such high regard for it. And, we had a nice Easter Sunday. It was really nice. We got to have my mom over for the first time in a month. We had a little Easter Sunday dinner, but here's how we did it. We didn't cook a thing. We contacted our friends at Shuckers, another small business in our town. They offered a great deal. They said they had a meal for 6. It included ham and side dishes and rolls and dessert, a meal that would feed 6 people for $60. And we wanted to support them, so we went ahead and did a pickup of a meal there. But let me tell you something. It would feed 12 people. They gave you so much food. Matter of fact, Camden's going to have steak and eggs with me here in just a little bit for breakfast, because we still have, or ham and eggs rather, because we still have ham left over. So anyhow, a shout out to Shuckers and to all you small businesses out there, and all you restaurants here locally. I have another shout out for you. You want to talk about another really cool place? Tell me if the best chicken and waffles and the best brunch in Wake Forest isn't at Over the Falls. Greg Pierce and his team over there do a phenomenal job. My favorite meal in all of Wake Forest is the chicken and waffles there on a Sunday morning. I've never ordered it because my family, all 3 of them, order it, so I get a bite off each one of their plates. That's called strategy, right? But he called me yesterday when he saw my post about banks and supported me a little bit by giving me a name of a couple of people and a couple of banks, and I was grateful for that. That's just a couple of small business owners pulling together at a time when we need to, and I'm really, really grateful for that. Good morning, Jerry. Good to see you. We are doing well, buddy. I thank you. Les, yes. Yes, Red Raiders is negativity speak. I agree with you, my friend. That's great stuff. All right. So Eddie McCaffrey, or Christian McCaffrey, rather. You can see how old I am. Eddie McCaffrey signed a $64 million deal in all of this. It got me to thinking about football. Are you ready for some football, like the old commercial said? And if you are you ready for football in an empty stadium? What will that be like? Will the home field advantage be gone? Will going to New Orleans no longer be as difficult as like going to Seattle is, or going to Minnesota? I'm curious. Are you ready? I will watch it with an empty stadium. I will watch it with 2 people there. I'll watch it if they invite me and I'm the only person there. I will be watching it. June, I think it's 11th, the PGA returns. I was telling some friends last night, and I'll clean up the language a little bit. I'm going to watch every putt, every chip, every drive. When they're cleaning the balls in the ball cleaner, I'm watching, guys. I am dying to watch something like that on television, and I'm excited that the PGA is coming back. But it's going to be odd. None of the Carolina clap going on in the background. And yes, I'm a Carolina fan, so I can make fun of the Tar Heels. All right, so let's talk real estate. Couple of things about real estate right now, guys. Number one, Wake County just came out, and I'm going to look down a little bit as I read a couple of things to you real quick. Wake County just released released a report that said affordable real estate is increasingly difficult to find. Well, I'm glad Wake County figured that out. We've known about this now for what, 6 years, 7 years, how hard it is to find affordable real estate. How do they define affordable real estate? Well, let's talk about that. In 2019, the median sales price last year was $303,000 in our market. $303,000 was the median. The analysis of affordable real estate is anything below $303,000. I don't know about you, man, but when I was starting out in life, and even today for those youngsters that are starting out in life, $300,000 home, I'm not finding that to be affordable real estate. But let me give you some of their feedback about that specifically. So they talk about the fact that in general, the market tended to increase in price by about $60,000 over 5 years for anything that was affordable. For example, the kind of property that was $125,000 in 2014 was $185,000 last year. Great place to put your money. First-time home buyers, second-time home buyers, great place to put your money. Problem is, how difficult is it to find these things, right? If you had a $185,000 home in 2014, it was now worth $245,000. That's a great return. But the problem is, here's what's available. So I ran a quick analysis again. I've done this periodically for you in the past. Let's go break it down town by town a little bit. Let's start with Raleigh. And I look at $250,000 as being affordable, right? Anything under $250,000 in our market's affordable. In all of Raleigh, the capital of North Carolina, is 112 opportunities under $250,000. Because that's all of Raleigh. Right now, there's 164 have closed in the last 30 days. We only have 112 available, and 124 are under contract. Guys, with the market opportunities getting smaller, those of you that are looking for those opportunities under $250,000, you don't have time to go home and think about it. You don't have time to call mom and dad and think about it. If you're really interested and you're a serious buyer, right now, more than ever, you've got to act quickly. Wake Forest has 16 homes. That's it. 16 in all of Wake Forest. We've got 42,000 people here. 16 homes. We've closed 30 in the last 30 days, and we've got 25 under contract right now to close. Holly Springs, I can count two hands. You have 9 homes available under $250,000. You closed 8 in the past month, and you've got 13 under contract. Apex has 10 homes available. Cary has 20. Fuquay 26, and Garner 30. But in each case, what we have been selling has been selling fast, and the availability just isn't there. My point to you is this: if you're a serious first-time home buyer and you're looking for an opportunity, I don't know that the opportunities are coming at that price range because there's just not enough inventory. So if you find one you like, don't hesitate. I would jump on it. Now, those numbers included trailers and townhomes and also included everything. I didn't discriminate. So think about that a little bit. So I asked you earlier today, what is it you're reading? I got a couple of people send me some tips. I saw a couple of private messages come through. A couple of you have posted on here, and I'm grateful for that. Before I ask you one last time what it is you're reading, and again, I'm grateful, I do want to share with you how grateful I am for the time that we're getting right now at home. Right? And I'm not looking to get soft on you here. Not looking for, listen, we need to get America back to work, in my opinion, but that's leaving politics out of this. I will tell you right now, the opportunities for me to have connected with friends from long time ago, whether it be from my hometown in Orange or having gone to Western Carolina University or wherever it is, the opportunities to reconnect with a lot of those people has been heartwarming for me. We've had more conversations with friends now than I've had in a long time. We do a pretty good job of that to begin with. I am missing being on the ball field. I'm missing nightly practices. I'm missing the chaos a little bit of, everybody scarfing down dinner, trying to get Camden to baseball practice before he's got to stop by basketball practice for an hour, and getting called to a private workout with his coach, and then to his basketball practice, and then getting to a game, and then weekends full of sitting at my ball diamonds with all my coaches and friends. And I am missing some of that. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to slow it down and enjoy the time right now. I'm so grateful for every one of you guys for coming on here with me every single week. The messages I get from you, they keep me going. I get really excited about that. And there was a time about a year ago where Coffee Talk became a drudge for me. You probably noticed we were missing weeks on end. Sometimes we missed 2-3 weeks at a time. I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. One of the things that's happened recently is the interaction with you and the opportunity to hopefully make a difference in somebody's life by just having these fun conversations has got me energized again, and I'm pretty pumped about it. So to all of you, I raise my comic up. If you need one, let me know. Like he says up here, eat more chicken. You guys take care, and I'll see you in a week.